Hey, what's happening, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. Let's dive into Charles Oliveira versus Dustin Poirier. Yes, this is a possible matchup depending on if Poirier gets past Conor. I think this is a firefight, fantastic matchup if they do square off in the cage. So let's not waste any time, dive right into this matchup. Okay, so starting with the diamond, Dustin Poirier. Poirier, 32 years old, 5'9", 72-inch reach, American top team staple, black belt in BJJ, sports a mixed martial arts record, 27 wins, 6 losses, 1 no contest. Right now, Dustin Poirier is on a 2-fight win streak, securing a great win over Conor McGregor, before that beating Dan Hooker, in one of the best fights I've ever seen in MMA. If you guys haven't caught Hooker versus Poirier, do yourself a favor, check that fight out. It's up there. Prior to those wins, Poirier lost to Khabib Nurmagomedov. No shame there. Khabib undefeated, beats everybody. Prior to that Khabib loss, 4-fight win streak, defeating Max Holloway, Eddie Alvarez, Justin Gaethje, Anthony Pettis. Impressive to say the least. Poirier, like Oliveira, seems like at some point turned a corner in his career and just got absurdly good. And I can tell you what fight the turning point was. It was his loss to Conor McGregor. It seems like after that loss, Poirier stopped messing around, fully believed in himself and his abilities, and what you have with that self-belief is the Dustin Poirier you see today. In my opinion, Dustin Poirier has some of the best boxing in the sport. Beautiful technique, he has power, great combinations, just really clean, beautiful boxing for mixed martial arts. Not to mention, mixes it up, great kicks in his arsenal. We saw that in a Conor fight, just tore up Conor's lead leg. And Dustin's been throwing those low kicks. Definitely not anything new. Poirier always comes conditioned. You don't ever really see him gas out. Super tough, super durable. I think he has high fight IQ. Yeah, like how could you not like Dustin Poirier as a fighter? And to quickly touch on his ground game, I think he's fairly technical there as well. He's a really solid black belt, 7 submission wins on his record. Moving on to Bronx, Charles Oliveira, 31 years old, 5'10", 74-inch reach. Mixed martial arts record, 31 wins, 8 losses, 1 no contest. A whopping 19 submissions on his resume. 9 wins by way of knockout. So he can stop you multiple ways in a fight, but definitely his bread and butter is his ground game, his aggressive BJJ and submission attacks. Right now holds the record in the UFC for the most submission wins, which is incredible. Might even be for the most finishes overall. Bronx, of course, the current UFC lightweight champ, beating Michael Chandler via TKO. What an incredible way to win. I think him winning the belt in that fashion is better than him stopping Chandler early. He won the belt through adversity, and it was a magical moment. It was beautiful to see, especially considering how spotty Oliveira's record was before 2017. I mean, he was losing a lot, and it's a testament to like hard work, determination, self-belief, never gave up, kind of like the Michael Bisping situation. Crazy respect for Charles Oliveira. Touching on his skill set, his stand-up is looking phenomenal. Great dangerous Muay Thai, clean technique, super technical. Really a pleasure to watch Charles Oliveira strike and do work on the ground. I mean, look at his record. He really goes for it on the ground. Aggressive Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, creates openings, makes openings happen. And he's been submitted himself, probably as a result of going for it. That's what happens on the ground and standing when you try to create openings. But yeah. On the mat, he's an anaconda, viper, whatever you want to call him. He's either going to take a limb home with him or strangle you. You don't want to be on the ground with Charles Oliveira. Currently, Charles Oliveira is on a 9-fight win streak. Simply incredible stuff. Okay guys, so the matchup. How could this fight possibly play out? Well, I think on the feet, Dustin Poirier could more than match Charles Oliveira in the striking department. I actually kind of favor Dustin Poirier striking in this fight if it were to take place, but it's pretty competitive. Very close. I think Oliveira is more than capable of hurting Dustin Poirier, stopping him. Yes, it could happen. Dubronx is that good now. But I like Dustin Poirier's hands over Charles Oliveira's hands. I think Poirier will have an answer for the good Muay Thai. He throws great kicks himself. Great cardio and conditioning. Poirier pushes the pace, applies the pressure. It would simply be a great clash on the feet. But I think the combinations of Poirier, the superior hands, would give Charles problems. On the ground, definitely would favor Charles Oliveira, but Poirier is no slouch. And sometimes you don't have to be as good as a guy on the ground or in a specific area. You just have to be good enough to survive and be able to get the fight to where you excel at or have an advantage. I like Dustin's wrestling. Charles might have a problem getting the fight to the floor. And if he does get Poirier down, I think Poirier is capable of getting back up. But certainly going to be tricky. Because if you're on the mat with Charles Oliveira, you are in danger, period. That guy's a shark. But again, if I had to give an edge to somebody on the mat, for me, it's going to be Charles Oliveira. So overall, who would I favor in this fight to win? Man, it's a really close fight. They both could finish each other. I think in some ways right now, Charles Oliveira has more ways to win. I see him submitting Poirier more than Poirier submitting him. Certainly can see Oliveira beating Poirier on the feet, catching him with something. His technique right now is looking phenomenal. With all that being said, I actually favor Dustin Poirier in this fight. I think Dustin Poirier is a dog. I think he will push Charles Oliveira. And Charles did show a lot of heart against Chandler. But in the past, he's kind of like broken fights. And that's something that I think Dustin Poirier will keep in mind. I think he would try to break Charles Oliveira again. Whether he's successful, who knows? I think the pace that he puts on guys would be effective on Charles Oliveira. Not to mention the superior hands. Poirier is very tough, very game. I don't necessarily think that Oliveira is going to have an easy time getting Poirier to the mat. So in this fight, I would have to favor Dustin Poirier in a war of attrition, winning via decision, maybe, possibly, even finishing Charles Oliveira. But again, not taken away from Dubronx, they could beat each other, they could finish each other. But 60-40, Dustin Poirier in this fight. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this short, quick breakdown. You let me know in the comment section, who would you favor in this fight? Let me know how you think they would win and why. Would love to read your thoughts. Thanks for watching the video. If this is your first time at the channel and you enjoy the content, consider hitting that sub button. If you would like to support the channel, please like and share. Thank you so much guys. Would love to see this matchup. Let's see how things play out. And until the next segment, you all take care.